pretty clearly, and I don't think he'll get squeezed down to the fence, to say the least, here, with a few wide runners and just some mediocre speed drawn out wide. So he's most probably not a dead set red dog, but I think it's not a bad draw here with Zis and Bale showing speed and wanting to move up the track, and Rihanna's Pride will either be disadvantaged by Zis and Bale in the early stages or runs at 5:07 and clears them inside dogs and is most probably off and gone. So I don't think it's a completely bad draw for Raven Peter, and I think he can run a cheeky race.
And at Sky Racing 1, join us. Nathan Rooney, run us through your top 4 selections.
Yeah, I've gone 1, 4, 2 and 7. I've gone Raven Peter on top. I just thought he might get all the favours here off an inside draw. Zis and Bale, the kennel mate, does use a bit of the track, and Akila Marshall is 600 back to 500 without a great deal of early speed. So he might get left alone on the fence. He's shown enough ability in his 4 starts, being a good Ballarat winner in 25.48. That was off box 2, so he can handle the inside draw. I thought the main danger was number 4, Rihanna's Pride. Fastest heat winner, 5:07, 17.85 with the sections. She ran here. If she can lead, she's going to be awfully hard to pick up. Keela Marshall's had some long odds market support. I think he'll get a good run here off the fence. 600 back to 500, no disadvantage. Robbie Britton's dogs are always going to be strong late and hitting the line. I expect him to be coming over the top late. And then for 4th, I put in number 7, the Gala. Greyhound's got plenty of ability. 30.08 maiden winner here recently. It's just a real sticky draw off wide. I'm sure James Shaw would have hoped for a near rails draw, but got enough ability if the favours happen with the Gala. But I settled with the well-drawn Raven Peter off box 1.
1, 4, 2 and 7 for Nathan Rooney. I didn't mind the chances and the value of number 2, Akila Marshall. I thought if he can begin behind Raven Peter, he's going to want to push off the track a little bit, the red. So hopefully it leaves room for Akila Marshall, who will be hitting the line well. So 2 for me, the red for Nate. Let's get the Dan Hibbard race 2 on maturity night.
And they are the next ones in the market. Getting set, race number 2. This is the Sportsbet Mix 6-7 grade final. Open race, $4 the field, the blue the favourite. They're set. Racing around. It's Pride only fair to go. There's great speed out from Queen Avenger, and she'll fly across the face of the field in lead and getting turned sideways. Tammy McIver, but got to 3rd. Raven Peter got through to 2nd. Out deeper was the Gala running on. Mill Ali was next. Zizan Bale well back with Akila Marshall, and Rhiannon's Pride is at the rear of the field. Queen Avenger the leader. Raven Peter closes in. So does Tammy McIver. Trying to run on was the Gala on the swing. Queen Avenger up the track. Raven Peter took the run and got up. Raven Peter the winner. 2nd, the Gala. 3rd, Tammy McIver. And 4th across will be Queen Avenger, who knocked up late ahead of Mill Ali. And then came Akila Marshall, Zizan Bale, and Rhiannon's Pride was never in the hunt. 30 and 23 the run.
Raven Peter wins the seconds at the Meadows. And Nath, you liked him. Is that the way you thought the race would play out?
Yeah, well, I did. I thought he'd be able to use box 1 to full advantage, settle behind the speed and just rail home strong. Queen Avenger showed really good speed in the early stages to set up a fast first split of 5:04, 17.88 down the back. But she does just wander off the track, Jason. Just presented to the race to Raven Peter in the run to the line. Thagala was good. Tammy McIver were good. Unsuitable boxes out wide, them two. They managed to get themselves into the race. But I think box 1 really brought Raven Peter into the race. He was able to stalk the speed and be too strong late and brought up an early double for the Daily Kennel.
Indeed, and both by Aston Rupee and both different litters. So it's a bit of a tap on the shoulder, isn't it, from Team Daily, Nate, that they're going to continue what they've been building for years, that is their own greyhounds trained by themselves and producing results on the track.
Yeah, a good start for Aston Rupee at stud 2, and I've taken quite close interest in his runners, and they're certainly very strong, Jay. So definitely running 500, and no doubt if they're running 500 at the tender ages of 18, 19, 20 months, you'd expect them to be 600-metre dogs and that going forward. So certainly a metropolitan sire on the rise is Aston Rupee, and geez, wasn't he a star on the racetrack?
One of the fastest greyhounds we've ever seen. It holds multiple of the top times ever ran at Sandown over the 5:15 metres. And speaking of Aston Rupee, Nate, it's Glenn Rounds'